Shiloh Jolie-Pitt has always been a target for the media, which makes sense if you consider that she is the first biological daughter and child of Hollywood's former power couple, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. So it's expected that she has always been a walking target for the hungry media wolves who have dissected every part of her life since birth and exposed it to the public. However, it was not her parentage that had people bending over backwards. Instead, it's her identity that has kept the media in a frenzy. When Shiloh was just 2 years old, Angelina revealed that she wanted to be a boy. And for years, we've gotten used to seeing Shiloh wearing boys' clothes and rocking a boyish haircut. At a point, everyone thought that she was trans. But these days, Shiloh looks very different. And people are calling out Angelina and Brad for messing up their daughter and getting her confused with her gender identity. So what's really going on with Shiloh and why her gender identity making headlines is so tragic? Shiloh Jolie-Pitt was born in Namibia on May 27, 2006. Her parents, Angelina and Brad, had been dating for a year. This was after the couple met on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith and started a relationship and quickly became one of the power couples of Hollywood. People judiciously waited to see what the first child of Hollywood's hottest couple would look like. So when the news of Angelina's pregnancy broke, you can bet everyone wanted to get a piece of that story. The drama was so much that Angelina and Brad had to travel to Namibia to find peace and quiet. Angelina later gave birth to Shiloh in the country. At that time, no one had seen what the baby looked like. But believe me, people were hyped to see her. This baby was a millionaire before she clocked one. So much so that her first picture was sold to People and Hello magazines for $7.6 million. The proceeds of her photographs, however, were all donated to UNICEF, so it would be accurate to say she was making a difference before she was one. While growing up, Shiloh continued to make headlines, not because of her parents, but because she allegedly chose to be called John. During an interview with Oprah, Brad said,
"First of all, she only wants to be called John. John or Peter, so it's a Peter Pan thing, so we gotta call her John. You know, it's like, Shai, do you want John? I'm John." and then I'll say, "John, would you like some orange juice?" And she goes, "No!" So, you know, it's just that kind of stuff that's cute to parents and is probably really obnoxious
to other people.
Things were all but funny when the media started picking apart Shiloh's boyish style, which looked very different from how Angelina's adopted daughter Zahara dressed. Fans began to attack Angelina for dressing Shiloh like a boy. One of the fans wrote on Twitter, "Angelina Jolie should be behind bars. Their firstborn daughter, Shiloh, has dressed and had a haircut like a boy since she was a baby. Now that she's old enough to make her own decisions, she's dressing as a girl. That's really pathetic of a parent." Angelina, however, paid no attention to the media backlash she received. She truly believed she was doing her best to make her daughter happy. According to E! News, in an interview with Vanity Fair, when asked about Shiloh's dressing style, Angelina said, "Shiloh, we feel, has Montenegro style. It's how people dress there. She likes tracksuits, she likes regular suits. So it's a suit with a tie, a jacket, and slacks, or a tracksuit. She likes to dress like a boy. She wants to be a boy. So we had to cut her hair. She likes to wear boys' everything. She thinks she's one of the brothers." The critics, however, did not care for Angelina's explanation. They stated it was all Angelina's idea from the very start, since she had dressed Shiloh in boys' clothes when she was just 1 year old and was way too young to have any say in how she dressed. One Twitter user wrote, "Also, someone tweeted to me that Shiloh dresses like a boy now because her parents dressed her as a boy as a baby." Life and Style even ran a cover story asking, "Why is Angelina turning Shiloh into a boy?" It cited experts like author Glenn Stanton, who claimed that little girls need guidance and that it was important to teach children that gender distinction is very healthy. This article faced a terrible backlash from the LGBTQ community. Representatives from GLAAD, an NGO founded to protest against biased media coverage of the community. According to GLAAD, the representatives said, "Perpetuating gender stereotypes and targeting children for ridicule about the way they dress is unacceptable, regardless of their parents' celebrity status." The representatives also remarked on the anti-LGBTQ remark by so-called expert Glenn Stanton. They said, "The media has a responsibility to differentiate between credible authorities and politically motivated and self-proclaimed experts." Shiloh's gender label became such a debate that the tabloid media became borderline obsessed with putting a label on her. The media mostly blamed Angelina and churned out articles like "Shiloh manipulated by her mom," "What's wrong with mommy?" and "Brad's fears for Shiloh." Brad never expressed such feelings about his daughter. Although Angelina reportedly clashed with Brad's conservative Southern Baptist parents over Shiloh's fashion choices, she was furious that Brad's mom Jane kept buying girly clothes for Shiloh. One insider told the Evening Standard in 2012 that it's well documented that Shiloh likes to dress like a boy. Yet Jane still insists on buying her fairy costumes and princess dresses, which Angelina finds very disrespectful. The tabloid, however, didn't stop their onslaught against Angelina. They claimed it was Angelina who was making Shiloh dress like a boy, despite Angelina repeatedly saying she lets Shiloh make her own choices. Then in December 2014, 8-year-old Shiloh attended the LA premiere of Angelina's movie Unbroken, dressed in a suit. Her androgynous look ignited a fierce debate over gender identity and labels on social media. However, the strangest part of this ordeal was that celebrities felt it was necessary to comment on the gender of an 8-year-old. One of the labeling celebrities was Amber Rose, who posted a picture of Shiloh and captioned it, "How gorgeous is John Jolie-Pitt? Born into the perfect family for him." Amber also added the hashtag #TransKids. The post was met with a terrible backlash. Fans slammed her for assuming Shiloh's gender based on her outfit. It didn't help matters that neither Brad nor Angelina had ever mentioned anything about Shiloh being trans. Angelina, however, remained unbothered by the war being fought over her daughter's identity online. In an interview with Grazia magazine, she explained that she is simply teaching Shiloh that it's okay to express herself however she wants. When asked about her daughter's short hair, she replied, "I'm not going to leave it long because somebody thinks I should. I have a very strong-willed 4-year-old girl who tells me what she wants to wear, and I let her be who she is." The tabloid magazines, however, was relentless with its assault against Angelina. They, however, had no issues with Brad. They assumed that due to Angelina's wild past, she must be the one pulling the strings. Brad initially said he was okay with his daughter expressing herself. However, as Shiloh continued to accept her androgynous looks, sources say Brad had some issues adjusting to them. After their divorce, a source told Woman's Day at the time that Brad was especially concerned about Angelina's influence on Shiloh. This was during their battle for custody of their children. The insider claimed that Shiloh wanted to repair her relationship with her dad, but Angelina was worried that being around Brad was going to cause real damage to Shiloh because Brad struggles to accept and understand her desire to dress like a boy. Brad has been said to have a strained relationship with his son Maddox and Pax because the boys still can't forgive him for allegedly getting physical with Angelina during an altercation on a private jet in 2016. A leaked FBI report informed fans that Brad had gotten drunk on the jet and physically assaulted Angelina. He reportedly grabbed Angelina by the head and shook her before pushing her into the bathroom wall. How this affected his relationship with Shiloh is currently unclear, but it's been a while since we saw a picture of them together after the divorce. One insider also recently told In Touch that Shiloh enjoys sharing the spotlight with her mom and that Angelina has helped her daughter come out of her shell. Shiloh is enjoying her time in the spotlight and the attention. The insider said, "It's a little overwhelming, but she's got a great mentor in her mom, who's teaching her to take it all in stride." This was because Shiloh has been seen many times hanging with Angelina and even attending red carpets with her, which we cannot say the same for Brad. Last July, the mother-daughter duo was spotted attending the Main Skin concert in Rome. Fans have since concluded that the absence of pictures is enough evidence to show that all is not right between Brad and his kids. One user said, "Angie has always been supportive of her kids. She doesn't force them to do anything they don't like. I bet Brad also judged Shiloh the way she dressed when she was younger, or is it only on adopted ones?" Shiloh's fashion style has grown over the years, and she has even incorporated dresses and makeup into her red carpet itinerary. But one thing remains the same. Shiloh was the baby that took the fashion world by storm and turned heads with her brave choices. Another remarkable feat she accomplished as a baby. Do you think Angelina is to blame for her daughter's fashion sense, or is the media just doing what they do best by blowing it out of proportion? Let us know in the comment below. And if you found this video interesting, then you should definitely check out this next one.